51EL 8599. May 1st, it looks like 1951. This is an EL, Firestone tires, buckle and bars, 61 overhead valve, police silver 2, Rochester Police Department. This one has a speedo hand control, that's for giving tickets. Rank Cannon invoice from Harley. So utility solo, duck solo saddle, buckle and bars, changeable trail fork. That's interesting with reverse gear. So here we got a ticket bike that's set up for sidecar use. Right there. That's really interesting. Go chase them on a sidecar, guys. Wow. Now this here is super important. I'll get back to that in a minute. So here we have City of Rochester. Okay. Authorized agency, Harley Davidson Motorcycles, Frank P. Hennon. March 8th, 1951. City of Rochester. Gentlemen, the following are prices of Harley Davidson motorcycles and equipment as normally used by your police department. 51, 61 overhead valve, 85. So you didn't save all that much by ordering a 61 over a 74. That's interesting. This sidecar, delivered bike and car, $1,270. That's with all the extras they wanted on it. It's all the extras. Remember, the dealer had to mount the sidecar. Let's get back to this little interesting tidbit. Now, I've always known that starting in the 30s, possibly the 20s, that the cities had stipulations for what bikes they were willing to buy. And this was really instrumental in the 30s in the Great Depression, because they had it so strict that a Harley or Indian had to be ordered, because Harley had a left-hand throttle, or rather, Indian had a left-hand throttle, Harley had a right-hand throttle. And so Harley Davidson and Indian, both of those response, started offering throttle combinations of the opposite side, so their dealers could still try and compete. So this here is one of the specifications. City of Rochester proposal, instructions to bidders. Okay. The undersigned purpose is to provide all material and labor necessary for furnishing 4 motorcycles with detachable sidecars to the Department of Public Safety Police Bureau as per specifications attached to the proposal sheet. And it gives time, 30 days prior, after award of contract. Return seller's deposit, acceptable tax. This bid must show gross price, manufacturer's floor sales and excise tax at price to the City of Rochester, New York. It's August 30th, 49. But it goes quite in depth detail here. And here's specifications for the 4 motorcycles. It's quite spelled out. Notice to bidders. Anybody wanted to bid had to go through this whole thing here. Special note: bidder shall submit with his or their bid. Doesn't say her, it says their bid, descriptive data model bid upon, and sufficient details to enable the Commissioner of Public Safety to determine whether the proposed equipment meets the requirements of the specifications. If this does not include the data, will be declared informal. Specification: 61 overhead valve motor, transmission, constant mesh, 3-speed. Lubrication. See, goes on to what kind of lubrication they want. Muffler, ignition, electrical equipment. If you look at the specifications, you read through this, it sounds just like a Harley Davidson. Clutch type, handlebars, draft forged clam, seamless steel tubing, twist grip controls for throttle and spark enclosed, Frame extra low, strongly reinforced, double loop, and they're specifying exact. Extra equipment windshield. Brake, internal expanding, fully enclosed, waterproof with molded anti-score lining, drum brake operated by foot pedal on motorcycle and junction with rear brake on motorcycle. The springs, 2 easy riding semi-elliptic springs with friction strap snubber, lubrication springs and shackles fitted with oil impregnated bushings, requiring no manual lubrication. Finish optional choice of police silver or standard colors. These motorcycles must be special police models. If you read through the specifications, they're specifying specifically the way Harley Davidson built their bikes. So, and I've heard of, I mean, just very specific, detailed instructions. I've never seen another set of instructions from the city that basically said, we want a Harley. You ain't got one, we ain't buying it. But that's a rare piece of literature right there. I've never even heard of anyone actually admitting they had one before. I just knew they always had them. So that was important. I hope you guys got to read that. I hope I went through it slow enough so you could read what it was on there. But I'll have pictures. This page down, you get pictures of it. And we'll see you guys in the next video.